Hi everyone, I'm Lucy from Sew Essential and I'm here today to share the latest McCall sewing pattern release with you. So I've picked out a few of my favourites and gorgeous dressmaking fabrics you could pair them with. Everything I talk about today is available on our lovely website and you'll find links to our website and the products featured below. And at the end of the video we'll also do a slideshow of the other designs that didn't make my cut, just in case there isn't anything there that floats your boat. There's other designs to choose from too. If you like what you see, please like and subscribe, because every Friday I bring you a video packed full of sewing goodness. And if you can't wait a whole week and you need a little bit more sewing inspo in between videos, do hop on and follow us on Instagram, where you'll find daily posts on our grid with tips, tutorials, what I'm making now. Okay, so let's get started with the latest release. So the first pattern I want to share with you, I was super excited to see this. It's McCall's 8180. It is ticking the box of the big collar trend. Absolutely 100%. So I'm sure all of you have seen these big Peter Pan collars are very much on trend at the moment, and it's a trend I've been wanting to embrace and have a play around with, and this is the perfect pattern to do it with. So it's got a Peter Pan collar, as I say. Two of the collars are very sort of oversized, and the other option on the other view is a ruffled collar. There's short sleeves with or without a ruffle as well, so you can have a short plain sleeve, or you can have a short sleeve with a little sort of trumpet ruffle round it that you might want to pair with one of the more plain collars. And then there's also the long sleeve version. It's just got bust darts for a bit of shape, and it is a button down as well. So yeah, I just love a button down blouse anyway. I think they're fun to make, fun to wear, and yeah, this just ticks that current trend very, very well. The view I would go for is the main view on the pattern packet, which is view C. And that has got the large collar, it's got a lace trim, it suggests, and the long sleeves. And I think, you know, the rest of the blouse is very, very simple. It is all about the collar, so it's nicely balanced out in that respect. I think the model on the pattern packet looks great in her version paired with simple jeans. And the fabric I chose that I would use to make this up in is this lovely cotton Lizano fabric by John Caldor. So it's like a very dark navy background, and then it's got this floral print on it, and I've seen some lovely versions of these blouses made up in similar designs, ditzy prints and that sort of thing. And then the collar edged with some black or navy lace, just a little navy or black lace trim, I think would work really, really well. In terms of sizes on these patterns, I'll just run through the chart with you, bearing in mind that some of the patterns do go up to 32, I think it is, but not all of them. Some of them only go up to, I think it's a 24, let me double check. Yeah, some of them will only go up to a 24, some will go up to a 32. But do always check the size charts on our website. For each of the patterns, we always feature the size chart. If you scroll through the images for the pattern you're looking at the end you'll find the size chart and get all the information you need there. But for McCalls, an 8 is a 31.5 bust, 24 waist and 33.5 hip. A 24, if it's one of the patterns that goes up to that, is a 46 bust, 39 waist, 48 hip. And if it is one of the patterns that goes up to a 32, you're looking at a 54 bust, 49 waist and 56 hip, just so everyone's clear on that. So the next pattern I wanted to share with you, I also thought was absolutely lovely, and that is McCall's 8177. So this is a princess seam dress. I love a princess seam. It's got a flared skirt. It's button down again. I mean, princess seams and button downs, I just absolutely love that combination. I think, again, fun and interesting sewing details to sew, but also lovely to wear as well. And the princess seam can allow you to get a really nice fit as well. There's 3 different options again with this pattern, so you can go for a maxi length version. You've got the option for a belt and a short puff sleeve. There's an option for a sundress version with straps, and they've all got sort of like a sweetheart neckline. And then you've also got the version which is knee length with a long puff sleeve. So lots of the current trends being ticked here again. Lots of different options for people to play around with, and I think just a really lovely summer dress. Hopefully the summer is going to arrive soon in the UK. I would normally be wearing this hoodie to do a video in May, but unfortunately we've had a right washout weekend here in the UK this week and it's been quite cold, so I've got my hoodie on. But I am furiously making summer dresses because I'm going to be ready when that good weather finally arrives, and I'm going to really enjoy wearing something other than the loungewear I've been wearing all winter. So the view I would make in this would be view A, which is the sundress version, and I thought it would look fantastic made up in our Lady McElroy, I'm sure this is a Lady McElroy, yeah it is, Lady McElroy cotton lawn fabric in this beautiful polka dot print. It's like a sort of pale sky blue with a white polka dot. And I just thought if you made that sundress up in that, it would just look so classic and timeless and just a really beautiful dress to wear. I've got a sundress, a button down sundress that I made a few years ago, and it's a similar sort of design to that, and I just always feel great in that when those hot days finally arrive. It's the sort of thing that I just feel the right side of dressed up, not too dressed up, casual enough to wear for barbecues and, you know, all that outdoor socialising we do in the summer. So yeah, that would be my choice for that dress. The next pattern I wanted to share with you is McCall's 8149. So this is one of the ones that goes up to a size 32. And I thought this looked like a great design. It's a 5-pocket pencil skirt with either a mock fly zip, so it doesn't sound like it's a real fly front zip, it's a mock fly zip, so that should probably be a little bit easier to sew, or there's view A, which has got a zip front, and the zip runs right from the waistline down to the hem, and I just really like that feature. A year or so ago there were quite a few denim dresses doing the rounds with a zip that went all the way to the hem, and I just really like that look. I think it's really interesting design detail and just a little bit different. It comes in 3 lengths, so there's a short version, what looks like it would probably be like a knee length version, and then a midi length version, and there's vents and slit openings on them. It reminded me of the Ness skirt by Tilly and the Buttons, which I've made a couple of times, absolutely loved, and I think sadly that's been discontinued now. So it does remind me a little bit of that, and I really love that skirt. I love some of the features on it, and I think this is a really nice design as well. So this would make up really well in, you know, sort of heavier weight fabrics like denim, twill, faux leather, that sort of thing. We have actually got some faux leather which you could make it up in, but seeing as we're heading into spring, summer, I thought that denim would be more appropriate. So I picked this denim off the shelf. There are lots of other denims to choose from as well, but just a classic indigo I thought would be great for the spring or summer, and you could easily pair that with any number of different blouses and tops to get lots of different looks from that pattern. And then the next design I wanted to share with you, another one that I'm super excited about, really love this. It's another button down blouse with princess seams and a sweetheart neckline, very, very on trend. It's got the puff sleeves again, which I know aren't to everyone's taste, but these are just the current trends that are out at the moment. And then there's some nice features on the hem on this one as well. You've got options for a pointed hem, or you can go for a straight hem, or there's a ruffle hem, and then there's different options with the sleeves. You can go for the puff sleeve with a really deep cuff, which I quite like as a feature, and they've sewn lots of little buttons on the cuffs, another nice little detail. Or there's one where there's just a little thin cuff and the puff sleeve just goes into the cuff. It says it's a lined top, and I think that's because of the princess seams, but if you're like me and you know you haven't got a super exaggerated princess seam, because I'm quite small busted, what I would do is I wouldn't bother lining this, but I would just overlock the princess seams very close to the seam itself, and then usually they will just press nice and flat and it works fine. I don't get any puckering or anything. If you've got a fuller bust though and you need a more exaggerated curve, you probably would have to line it. But yeah, I would go for, on this pattern, I would go for view A, which has got the straight hem and the small cuff on the puff sleeve, and I would make it up in this gorgeous, it's another Lady McElroy cotton fabric, and it's just this lovely green colour, really fresh green colour with this very small spot design on it, and I just thought that would be lovely and fresh, ready for spring and summer, and would work really well with just my jeans or, you know, trousers or whatever you wanted to wear that with. And then finally we've got McCall's 8176 puff sleeves again. Sorry if you don't like them, they are everywhere at the moment. We have had, I think we've had one design or two designs that haven't had puff sleeves, but they are very, very popular at the moment. There's short sleeve version or a long sleeve version, and then the front is a V crossover. It looks like there's gathers under the bust to create fullness in that area. And then there's a straight or a gathered skirt, and it looks like a cummerbund sort of effect around the waist. It's supposed to be lined, this dress is, and again you've got, I would go for the short sleeve version with the gathered skirt. I think on this one I'd go for the full romantic, girly, frilly, pretty look. And the fabric that I thought would be perfect for this one is this Hermione fabric by John Caldor, which has just got this super pretty print on it. It's called Mauve, I think. Yeah, Mauve. So it's like a sort of dusty, sort of greyish purpley colour, and then it's got this pretty floral design on it. It's got lovely drape and movement. You probably would need to line this one for a dress or wear a slip. I've made a jumpsuit before in Hermione fabric and it works beautifully. It's a crepe fabric or a polyester crepe. All the details are on the website, but I think that would work really well for that pretty feminine design that I've just shown you. So I hope you've enjoyed that little roundup for me. Stay tuned now for the full slideshow. If you like what you see, please like and subscribe, and do remember everything I've talked about is available on our lovely website. You'll find links to it all below, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time.